Hi, Andrew here. What do you think of the new do? What do you think of the neck being cleaned up? One of the things that happens when the gray mist settles upon me is I lose what tiny bits of pride of appearance that I have. I am not in any way, shape, or form vain about my looks. I am vain about my fitness. I am vain about my physique, but this thing, no. You see, fitness I have control over. My physique, my musculature, my being overweight, my being lean, that I have control over. But your face, I was born with it. And I don't have the vanity to have it altered in any way. So pride of appearance comes down to hair, facial hair, wearing clothes that aren't quite so badly ripped and torn if I can be bothered to, which you wouldn't have seen it, but last set of videos, I believe the neck on my my t-shirt was completely frayed. The thing should be thrown away, but it's a comfortable t-shirt and why bother? It covers me up. But there are other things at play. No, I don't take any particularly great pride in my appearance. And when the gray mist settles, I don't acquiesce to the societal pressure to take any concern whatsoever for my appearance. I do love hearing all of the whining that women do about how, oh, society pressures us to look beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so what? It doesn't do that to men? You think bald men? Go watch pop culture. How many bald men are heroes? There are a few shaven-headed ones. Thank you, The Rock. Thank you, Bruce Willis. Before those guys, if there was a bald man, he was the villain, guaranteed. There's a reason that Dr. Evil of the Austin Powers movies was bald. But anyway, there's always a pressure. Always. You're told, show up for a job interview, well-dressed, well deported. My mother is shocked that I have this, that my employer will allow it. I've been with them for a very, very long time. Actually, one of my VPs, when it was really long, said, "Oh, it looks cool. You look kind of Zen master like." There is a different attitude toward that stuff today than there was when I got into engineering 30 years ago and I had to wear a jacket and tie to work. But again, I'm losing the thread of the plot here. When the gray mist settles, when the depression comes upon me, the tiny amount of energy necessary to shave my head, and it took 5, maybe 8 minutes, perhaps as many as 10, to clean my head up, but I can't be bothered. Well, this past weekend was Mother's Day weekend. I think I mentioned that wifey was out of town, that my big guy, dad's big guy, my 15-year-old, took his grandparents and his little brothers, and he herded them into Toronto on the train, and they spent Saturday having a grand old time. And I spent Saturday weeding and gardening, and actually, no, I didn't do any of that because it hadn't happened yet. Well, that's what I did this weekend. And one of the things I did was I treated my psoriasis, and I shaved my head and cleaned up the god-awful mess on my neck. And why did I do that? If, Andrew, as you say, you have no pride of appearance, why did you do that? Well, 2 reasons. One, the psoriasis is not confined to my T-zone and in and around behind my ears. My entire head gets itchy and dry, and it gets so bad I'm scratching my head and I'm taking furrows of skin and I'm bleeding. I may not take much pride in my appearance, but bleeding into my fingernails because my head's so itchy isn't terribly pleasant. And the other thing is, I don't actually do it for me. Wifey deserves better. That shaggy, scruffy, bald man with bedhead look that I had going last week, she doesn't deserve that. She deserves better. She's a pretty, sexy lady, takes care of herself, takes care of her appearance, takes pride in her appearance, and she deserves better than me looking like I do when I'm in the depths of the gray mist. And so as the mist was lifting last week, I realized, especially given that it's Mother's Day, I owed it to her to improve myself. And that's something that is very important in dealing with my depression. Sometimes it can't come from within. There isn't a thing within to inspire you. Sometimes it comes from without. And my wife and my children are that external force that will allow me or inspire me or whatever to strive for better. So I grant it's better. It feels better, more, and it looks better. The feel better is for me. The looks better is for my beautiful bride. Thank you very much for watching. That was my time. Now it's your time, and in the meantime, take care, and you'll see me soon.